I think I'm blushing from listening to that.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for joining the nation. I am Greg. I am being joined by the guy who's got dyed black hair, black fingernail polish. He's just looking emo as fuck over there. Flex, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, check. Check one, check two. Can everybody hear me out there?
We loud and clear. Sibilance. That's how you test the mic.
Ow, now, brown cow.
Unique New York. And joining us live and in living color, but she took off her makeup. Not her makeup. She took off her black nail polish. Jesus Christ. It's going to be one of those kind of nights. The best part of the Booze Cast, Coley.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for
Hey,
having me.
Coley.
Hello.
And for the record, I barely wear makeup, so...
I meant nail polish. God
I'm
damn
emo
it.
AF. Come on.
Yeah, I know. And I ruined it, and now it's not even...
Now I'm really emo.
Right.
I'm sad.
I'm sad. What a great start to the show. This is the come home show. You know, in wrestling, they do the come home show before the big pay-per-view. This is the come home show before the big live show at 14 Cannons this week on Thursday, March 10th at 7 p.m. Had to drop that in there as much as possible.
Yeah, but it's going to get much better. This is going to get much better.
It certainly can't get worse.
No,
if you've made it this far, you might as well stick through it.
It's just, like rough seas, and then it,
exactly.
You take a Dramamine or something, and a bonine.
Or just get hammered.
Yeah.
Work your way through it.
It doesn't matter. All of a sudden, you're the one swaying, and the water feels fine.
All of a sudden, you're dancing. No more rocking. Anyways, Thursday, March 10th. If you're listening to this as it drops, that would be tomorrow, 7 p.m., 14 Cannons in Westlake Village, California. Coming out. The big collab between us, 14 Cannons, and California Coffee Republic. Just announced Will of California Coffee Republic will be there as well, not Will. So it'll be Nick, Will, and I, where we get nerdy with beer, nerdy with coffee. I thought it'd be funny if I read all the horrendous beer names that I came up with that did not make the cut. So we'll be talking about those. I got the hookup from our friend Erica. I'll be tossing out some sweet, customized Craft Beer Republic pretzel necklaces.
Yay!
Very excited to be throwing those out. I'm sweating already. You can cool yourself down with a beer. So we'll do a podcast flight when you get there. Ask for the podcast flight. We're thinking Pilsner, coffee, the coffee that went into the coffee kolsch, then the coffee kolsch itself. And then, why not party and end it with a Recchio Ship, 10.5% Double Ipa.
Oh, and I had one this past weekend, and it was smooth as can be.
Dangeroso.
It can really wreck your ship.
You really can, man. That drink's like a 6%, so be a good way to end the night. All right. Well, with that, let's start the night. Oh my! Flex is getting
where my
naked.
beads at? Where my beads at?
I got big beads for you. We are drinking over here, Coley and I. There does not exist Star God Hazy IPA. They say Star God was constructed with hefty amounts of two different kinds of wheat and oats to create a supportive, loving, and caring mouthfeel. Once we dialed in the velvet, we had no choice but to bomb this beer with Citra, Cashmere, Azaka, and a touch of Simcoe. This builds aromas and flavors of peach, apricot, and some mandarin. This beer really hit home on the mouthfeel to me like fruit juice puree. Bow down to the Star God. And this bad boy is 6.3% and has a very respectable 4.11 on the old Untapped based on over 500 ratings. Quick story, went to SLO, San Luis Obispo last week, and Quick Trip did not have time to hang out. I really wanted to hang out with Bags over at There Did Not Exist and maybe get an interview. Did not have time, but we did have time to stop in and have a beer and pick up a 4-pack. So here we are with Star God, the Hazy IPA. What say you over there?
I can't even say anything. I just keep drinking it. It is like the best tasting hazy
is so
I
good.
I literally have nothing.
Fruit puree thing. I'm very intrigued on this.
I don't get that. It's pillowy to me, but it is. I know people hate the word smooth. Smooth.
That is banned on this show, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know about the fruit juice puree mouthfeel, but it has an incredibly soft and smooth mouthfeel. They really nailed the pillowiness on that one. And I get a lot of the, like stone fruit, like maybe some peachiness up front with some tropical notes behind it. And just a hint of dank on the finish just to dry things out. But I really, really like this one.
I can't get over how delicious it is. Sometimes hazies have this like bite to them, or they're like maybe like overly carbonated too sometimes. And this has the perfect amount of carbonation. That's why I really meant like it really is like smooth. Yeah. And I hate to say it, I'm sorry, but wow, it's I could just drink can after can after can of this.
I think I will.
It sounds like the description really nailed the mouthfeel, though. What did it say? It was like sensitive and caring?
Yeah.
Supportive, loving, and caring.
And
mouthfeel.
tender.
Yes, exactly.
Don't forget tender.
Yeah. And then, one of my favorite hops, cashmere. So this is a delicious one. There does not exist. Nails the hazies.
It cradles you when you're sick. It's just, this is, wow.
Nothing like a little TLC mouthfeel, you know?
Yeah. So that's what they should call the beer.
TLC mouthfeel?
Yeah.
I think
like
should
it,
be your
actually.
next collab.
Yeah, you already got a
Nick.
beer name now. Now you just got to make another beer.
That's right.
Seriously.
Build a beer around the beer name.
There does not exist. So they pump out some of the best stuff, in my opinion, in California.
They really do.
I mean, oh my God.
Especially like in the hazy department. Like I'm not always a huge hazy hype fan, but when it comes to there does not exist, I will hunt down some hazies.
Yeah. And they are like one of the newest type breweries. So
yeah. Thanks to our friend Otter for telling me about them about a year ago. We were driving through and I think I posted on the gram or something like, hey, any good breweries in Slow besides like the ones, we all know about like Slow Brew and whatever. And he's like, you need to go to there. It does not exist. I was like, that doesn't sound like a real place. Sure enough, it was.
I do love that brewery name, though. That is phenomenal.
It is cool. It's a lot to type into the gram or the website or whatever, but it's a great name. All right, let's get on with it. First of all, shout out to our homie Fontana Jim. He's having a birthday this week. Said he can't be at the live show because of his birthday. So happy birthday, but you should come to the live show.
Now, shame on me. Is Fontana Jim the same gentleman that lived in Wisconsin for a little bit?
No, that's Davis.
Okay, that's Davis. I get those guys confused and mixed up every now and then.
Fontana Jim lives in, Fontana. Davis is straight out of Denver.
Okay.
As I like to say, Fontucky.
Yeah. That is
happy birthday, Fontana Jim.
Yes,
yes.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Send us an angry voicemail, please.
Yes.
Those are the best. Flexi, what's going on with your voice over there, big fella?
Oh, so I this past weekend I went to the first concert in 2.5 years since before the pandemic, and I had myself a rad, gnarly good time.
What kind of concert?
Oh, my favorite kind of music. It was like emo punk rock. And I'm not ashamed to say it at all. We went and saw, me and a couple buddies got together and went and saw a May Day parade downtown in Milwaukee. And they did their 11th anniversary because they were going to do a 10th anniversary of their self-titled album last year. And they held off for one more year because of COVID. So it was an 11-year anniversary. And they played the self-titled album front to back, and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
That's my favorite type of concert.
Yeah, and these guys, I mean, they're so good. They sound exactly like they do on their album playing live.
Nice.
So it's like you get some of these guys who they'll hit these high-pitched notes in the studios, because they're in a recording studio.
Right.
It just sounds really good then, and you hear them live, and you're like, well, that's not really, Like, no offense to Adam Levine of Maroon 5, but, when he's live, he sounds like shit. On the radio, he sounds awesome. Kind of makes you wonder what the hell's going on. But no, these guys fucking rock the house, man.
Milli Vanilli had it all right.
Oh, yeah, they really did. You can't go wrong with the way they went about things.
Yeah, they always sounded good. Didn't matter what was going on.
Yeah, you look good. You sound good. That's all that matters.
Any chance you got to go backstage and talk to them?
So, do you come to Milwaukee often?
No, I'm definitely not worthy enough to do that.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Nice drop there. That's too bad. But also, I still haven't been to a concert yet. I had one in December that got canceled, and that was like my closest to going to a concert since the pandemic, and here we are, still concertless.
I've been looking out for them though now, because since the pandemic's winding down, it's still there, but it's winding down. A lot of bands have been doing the big thing now is album anniversary tours, so I've been checking out for a lot of those, but for some reason a lot of people like to skip Milwaukee. Some bands will even do 2 shows in Chicago, and then they'll like
just to not have to
skip right around, go like to Michigan or up to Minnesota or something like that. So always appreciate when bands choose to stop in Milwaukee.
That's pretty shitty, but funny.
It's super shitty.
Well, no concert over here, but Nicole and I had quite the weekend.
Oh,
yeah,
when you say it like that, people are going to start getting suspicious.
I'm jealous of this weekend.
Oh God, it's so bad.
Let me slow thing. No, and I was so honored to be invited because I
have a penis.
Have a penis.
You do have a penis. I've seen it.
Last I checked, it's been a while. Pink Boots brews, both 14 Cannons and Naughty Pine had Pink Boots collab brews this weekend. 14 on Saturday, Naughty Pine on Sunday. Both were amazing. Saturday we hung out and made some delicious beer. Well, hopefully delicious beer, but
I hope so.
Last year's was amazing.
It really was.
And he said it flew off the shelves.
And I think our name last year that we kind of came up with was really good. So
XX marks the spot.
Yeah, XX marks the spot for the female chromosome.
That is very nice. I like that.
Yeah, and 14 Cannons is like their brewery's based after a ship. So it made me think of like pirates and stuff too. So we kind of collabed.
Oh, I know all about their theming. Let me tell you about naming a 14 Cannons beer.
Can't
and
wait
how
to hear about
fucking
that.
hard it is.
I literally cannot wait to hear all the names that you're not using.
There's a lot. There are a ton of names I'm not using. But Saturday was great. Hung out with Nick and Emily and Monica from Pedals and Pints came over.
Yes.
A couple people filtered in and out. Wiley filtered in and out. And it was a great day. It was cool. Nick gave us some of the hops. Got to rub them down.
Wow.
It is getting sexy.
It really is.
Smell the hops, see what's going into it. And then Sunday was brew day at Naughty Pine, which was even bigger. I mean, Ollie from Poseidon was there. Monica again, us. Of course, the wife was at both of these. Ryan from Malibu Brewing.
And Jill, who's their head brewer from, right? Isn't she the head brewer?
I thought she was the owner.
Oh, I don't know. Is he the brewer?
I thought he was the brewer. Maybe she's the director and he's just the brewer. You know what? I'm sorry over there at Malibu Brewing. You didn't give us business cards. How are we supposed to remember these things? And then I think her name was Chantel.
Oh, yes, from Pink Boot Society.
Yeah, she was awesome. She's a scientist.
She's like a PhD scientist. Like we're friends now on Instagram, and she is something. Like what a smart
yeast.
Yeah, smart.
Did you picture the Beer Science theme song?
I should have.
Oh my God, she probably would have loved it. She was a sweetheart.
She was great.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
Who else was there? Will from California Coffee Republic was there.
Oh yeah.
James, Monica's husband, who also works at Enegrin. I mean, it's like everybody from all the breweries and Brandon was there, who's a listener. And I know I'm forgetting people because there was a lot of people there, and they were kind of filtering in and out.
And we had someone at the 14 Cannons one, Spencer. He works at Made West and Bottle and Pint.
Yes. He was cool. He was funny. You go ahead and tell.
Oh, I was gonna say this is the first time. So sometimes even on the Boozecast, Wiley and Sandro have said that people have like recognized their voices at a bar, and I'm like, oh, that's
especially Sandro.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, it's never happened to me. I guess I haven't made it yet. And this guy walks in, he's like, Coley from the Boozecast, huh? And I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? And he's like, I can tell by your voice, and there was a car in the parking lot with a license plate that said Coley, so I figured it was you. I'm like, you're not wrong. And then he recognized Greg's voice too.
Yeah, like a minute later he comes in, he's like, are you Greg? I was like, fuck, who do I owe money to? And he's like, Greg from Craft Beer Republic? Yes. Like, oh, Spitzer, I listen to the show. I listen every week. I was like, oh, thank God. I'm glad I'm not about to get punched. He was not a small dude. Like, he would have kicked my ass.
Yeah, it was cool. I felt we were like celebrities. It was awesome.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if you guys are trying to tell us how good of a time you had, or you're just like heavy bragging right now.
Yeah, humble brags. Yeah.
Humble.
Oh,
okay.
And Greg's wife, Shannon, she and I got matching pink boots to wear, and it was a whole thing. Super cute. It was a great time, and we have one more next weekend at Pedals and Pints with Monica. She's now officially the head brewer there.
Hell yeah, she
Outstanding.
Shout out to her, Monica Potter. She's awesome.
Makes some kick-ass beer, too.
She does.
So now did 14 Cannons and Naughty Pine purposely set up the Saturday, Sunday brew dates?
I don't know how much.
Or did that just work out to everybody's advantage?
I think it worked out because Tarantula Hill did one today.
Yeah. I think it just happened to work out because like Poseidon's was a couple weeks ago. And then I don't know if Nick's going to appreciate me telling the story, but like hops, the Pink Boots hops blend showed up at the brewery one day. And he's like, what the fuck is this box? And Emily, his taproom manager, who's amazing, was like, oh yeah, I ordered your Pink Boots hops for you so you could do the brew. He's like, thank fuck. I totally forgot. So I think it was, hadn't been planned out for months, we'll say. But it worked out well. And then, like you said, next week, I'm going over to Pedals to hang out with Monica and do they're doing, so funny, they're doing an IPL.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much I can say about it, so let's see if I get in trouble. But she was saying that she can't call it an IPL because they don't sell over there. But if she calls it
a hoppy lager,
then people buy it. I said call it a cold IPA.
I would say call it a cold IPA and you're going to sell out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. People are going to be so intrigued too. What's a cold IPA? Oh, it was a female brew. Let's try it.
Right. So that'll be fun too. So very much looking forward to that. It was a really good weekend. I mean, we hung out, we drank beer, we made beer.
Yeah. I mean, I got to hang out with like some of the best people, some of my best friends, and make beer and drink beer and be a part of an awesome community. It was really
sounds
cool.
like a goddamn dream come true.
Oh, it was.
Good times indeed. Lots of hydration happened. So it was good. One last plug for March 10th. Come out 7 p.m. 14 Cannons. Thought I'd stick that. I
even wore my sweatshirt today.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're set. You're ready to not be there on Thursday.
I have a rehearsal for a wedding that I'm in on Friday, and it's by the airport. It's by LAX.
You got married already. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I know, but I'm the maid of honor, and I gotta,
I said, haven't we reached that age where we're done doing weddings?
This is my last one, I think. I'm
fingers crossed.
No one else better get married again. This is my friend's second wedding.
I thought we were the last ones. We did it, towards the end of 19. I was like, we're the last wedding of like all of our friends. Like, thank God we're there. We nailed it.
No, that my friend got married in June of last year, and I was a bridesmaid, and this time I'm a maid of honor.
You did that humble bragging thing again.
I know. Everyone just loves me.
Everyone loves me.
Everyone's maid of honor over here.
I'm so great.
My friend was like, so I work with her, and she is like my best friend at work. She's like, well, I wanted to choose you over my sister to be the maid of honor because I know you could give a kick-ass speech. And I was like,
Whoa.
Oh, no pressure.
Yeah.
Just because I do a podcast doesn't mean I like speaking in public.
We're about to find out.
Yeah.
Hope somebody records it.
Probably Nick or maybe my boss. He'll be there.
Yeah, somebody better record it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it sounds like we all had pretty fantastical weekends this weekend. Luckily, we can still talk over here.
Yeah. What?
Hey, guys. To be fair, you sound just like Britt over at Naughty Pine. She rocked out at a concert a week ago and still can't talk.
Also emo music. So
it's emo night at her own brewery.
Well, it sounds like me and Britt should rock out together. That's what it sounds like.
I think you should come out and rock out with us. All right, before we get to our voicemail from the homie Chew Your Beer, let's talk about what's going on in Kentucky. Ludicrous libation law. Apparently, state law prohibits anyone under the age of 21 from sending a gift of alcoholic beverages to anyone in Kentucky. And if you do so, the penalty is up to 5 years imprisonment.
That's pretty fucked up.
That isn't so. If some 17-year-old sneaks through like a Costco website and sends a bottle of wine as a gift to somebody, they get 5 years in jail.
But see, now we're talking an under 18, right? So, and what do they get if they're not an adult doing it?
I don't know. It just said if you're under 21. Did not
Juvie.
Specify.
5 years in juvie.
I don't know.
Get out at 23 or something.
Own the goddamn place by then.
Pretty much.
They probably transfer you.
Yeah.
When you're like 18.
So I mean, the law makes sense, but the punishment, I don't think it fits the crime.
Right. It's a little much Kentucky.
Yeah, 5 years.
I think we've talked about this before. Whether you're shipping alcohol through the post office or UPS or FedEx, they don't fucking care what you're sending.
Right.
Nobody cares.
Especially not UPS and FedEx. Post office, like I know they could like X-ray your shit if they wanted to.
I only send via post office.
Oh, I don't.
I do.
Beer.
I like pushing my luck. It's government. It's beer. I don't know. My dad worked for the post office.
But we've talked about it before too. It's all like pre-prohibition laws that is like the reason why you're not technically legally able to do it.
I mean, most alcohol laws in general are based off of prohibition.
Correct.
As prohibition was coming to an end, the big breweries like Budweiser lobbied for all these rules, like the stupid 3-tiered system and all that. And that's why we have what we have now. Thanks, Budweiser.
Should probably change that.
Yeah. Glad we're still listening to them. All right. As I said, we have a voicemail from the homie Chew Your Beer. I think we should dig into that. He's always got important things to say.
I can't wait.
Hello. No one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, yo, what's up, Crab Beer Republic? Chew Your Beer here. Just a quick little call-in, homie. Just celebrated my 46th birthday, homie. Saturday, we had at my house some enchiladas, some chile rellenos, and we had a whiskey tasting, homie. I'm a big whiskey bourbon kind of guy, so I brought out all my bottles for my guests to try and enjoy. Then on Saturday, we did a little Anaheim brewery tour, which I was the one touring and drinking. We hit Green Cheek. I highly recommend Green Cheek Brewery. They collaborated with Rooster Brewery out of UK, and they brewed a York style. I'm buzzed, homie. Sorry. York style pale ale on nitro with Galaxy and Citra hops, and it was brewed in the UK and sent back over here to Anaheim for canning, homie. It's a beer on nitro. You shake the can and you pour it hard, and it's not bad. It's very mellow. It's kind of like drinking a bitter. Phenomenal place, homie. Beautiful colors, clean environment, friendly people. We also hit Noble Ale Works. What can I say? It's like a dungeon. Dark, dingy, dirty restrooms. You don't even want to take a leak, homie. Even though you're standing up, you still don't even want to take a leak. Beers were flat and bad, homie. I think by the end of this year, Noble Ale Works will probably be out the door, and somebody else will be in that place, man. Sorry to say it, but it is what it is. Then we hit Radiant, homie. Radiant was an amazing spot. GABF winner, Brewery of the Year for, I think it was last year, 2021. This place was amazing, man. The people, the employees were knowledgeable, friendly as hell, man. Very useful and helpful. The place was clean, beautiful, beautiful murals and colors and all positivity. Amazing spot. Wifey fell in love with this place. It's places like this that I'd like to take the wife because then she wants to visit more. I will be back to Radiant. I picked up some cans from Radiant. Everything was phenomenal. What else can I say, homie? Is celebrating my 46th. Hit some great breweries, and I know you guys are celebrating on the 10th, coming out of that beer you guys collaborated. And big ups, happy birthday to my boy, the Fontana Jim. I'm gonna try to make it to 14 cannons. It'll be a little bit hard, but let me see what I can pull off. It'll be my first time meeting Greg, homie, and then he'll be meeting me, and then there you go. We'll be cheersing. Other than that, Holmes. If I don't make it, congratulations on your collabo. 14 Cannons, I got your Shipwreck anniversary triple. And then there you go, Holmes. This is Chew Your Beer. Visit Radiant, visit Green Cheek, stay away from Noble, and everybody go to 14 Cannons and drink that beer, homie. And hopefully I won the name in the can. I can watch you. Peace out, eh?
First of all, happy birthday to Chew as well.
Happy birthday, Chew.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Week of important birthdays.
46. I thought he was 26.
Seriously.
With a liver like that, who would have thought he was that old?
I'm disheartened about Noble.
Yeah, that's unfortunate to hear that they've kind of turned into a shithole. Look, I will tell you, you and I ordered early in the pandemic, like a case of beer from Noble because they had that Cinnamon Toast Crunch beer.
Yeah, the Cinnamon Roast Crunch.
Yeah, it was a shit show trying to get that. I don't know if you remember, like, they forgot the order, and then I tried contacting them. No one would call me back. Like, it took, I don't know, like 4 or 5 weeks to finally get,
I think so,
like a half case of beer. So I'm not all that surprised to hear that. It's unfortunate. Yeah. They've kind of gone downhill in recent years. Maybe it's the pandemic. Who knows? So sorry to hear that. Enchiladas and whiskey. Dude,
and chili rellenos?
Oh,
count me in on all that.
Yeah.
Enchiladas are, they're the best.
I need to talk to the wife. I want some birthday enchiladas. In fact, Chew, if you could talk to your wife, I want some birthday enchiladas. Give me the
Hey yo.
Give me the real stuff. Give me the authentico. Enchiladas, please. And then Radiant. I agree 100% with everything you said about Radiant. Those guys are amazing. Go back, listen to them on the show. Cheap plug, but we've been down there. They're so good. So if you're in the Anaheim area, not far from Disneyland, so if you're like doing a Disney trip, sneak out, leave the kids like in line for Peter Pan or some shit, because that line's always super long. Go grab a beer and come back. If you guys want to call in and leave a voicemail, 805-538-BEER, it's 2337. And now it is time to answer the most important question of the night.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
Always love warming up that tongue jobber.
Yeah, you do. Nice and warm.
There's a lot of stretching going on.
Don't want to pull anything.
No, never. You got to keep it limber. Well, in lieu of St. Patty's Day coming up.
Top of the morning to you.
Army lad. Is
that a pirate?
I don't know. Irish,
An Irish pirate.
Irish pirate. In lieu of St. Patty's Day and your collab, Craft Beer Republic collab.
You could say our, even though you didn't do shit.
I didn't do shit. No, I just get in all the listeners. That's all.
You're just here because you're cute. That's all.
Oh, I love you. Well, anyway, back to the beer.
All right, let's call it a night.
I found this Irish Red by my favorite brewery, Phase 3, and it is a 3.87 on Untapped. And as we talked about with Zach the previous week, these ales and lagers on Untapped, they get some fairly unfair ratings.
Mm-hmm. And people are dumb.
Because people are dumb and they don't rate on styles, they rate on trends. I think a 3.87 on a red ale is pretty solid, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
And the Untapped description says, brewed with toasty malts and a splash of roasted barley for that rich red color and depth of flavor. Malty, but not caramely or overly sweet. Balanced and meant for drinking.
Yeah.
And they're not wrong. Festive.
Little Irish music for you.
I like it.
I like that. Yeah.
As I've shown you guys the color, it's like a coppery, almost
very coppery.
More brown,
rusty
than red, but still staying true to the style. And
little rust, probably a bunch of caramel malts in there.
Oh yeah. On the nose, it's sweet, but it is not overly sweet on the aroma. A touch of caramel, hint of malt on there. We get the old tongue jobber diving in.
Oh, at least it's warmed up. We know that much.
Oh yeah. That is made for drinking. That is easy. Low carbonation on this. I mean, it is balanced like they said it is. It is not overly malty. It is not overly sweet. Hints of caramel in there. Touch of malt. This is a phenomenal drinking beer. If they had football in March, I would say this is a perfect Sunday beer.
I bet they have like rugby in March. That sounds like something the Irish would like.
I think you're right. Maybe soccer. Do they have soccer in March?
Unfortunately, I'm sure they do.
Or like a potato picking championship.
They just swap out a football with a potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, this is it's a 5% ABV. I mean, super easy drinking.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will not say smooth because I respect Nick from 14 Cannons too much. Just a phenomenal beer. These guys rock it with every style.
And one with a
I can't do that right now.
No, sorry.
His voice.
I used to have an Irish boss. We used to make fun of him a lot.
Like actually,
was his name
from
like
Ireland?
Seamus or something?
It was Dara.
Oh.
Dara.
Interesting.
Dara
Yeah.
O'Shaughnessy or something.
Yes. How'd you know? He was quite the drinker, as one would imagine. So
good for him.
We'd go hang out and put some back.
That's cool.
Yeah. Good times. Good times back in those
What a
days.
fun boss. That sounds like a fun boss. I need a boss like that.
And, he was understanding when you showed up still a little drunk. At
that really is the best kind of boss.
Yeah. So, well, very nice. Very good. Let me Kill the Irish music.
I know it ended so abruptly. It was
Yeah.
like so pretty and
Sorry about
yeah,
that.
I liked
it's okay.
it. I liked it a
My
lot.
fade game is not working out for me here. So let's get nerdy for a second here. The Brewers Association has updated their beer styles guidelines. There are no new style additions this year. Words. But there are a lot of revisions, clarifications, and hundreds of punctuation and grammar corrections.
Oh, well, that's important.
Yeah, that's speaking my language.
Yeah.
Over COVID, everyone's like, fuck punctuation.
Right.
We can't do anything in any way.
Take that LOL out of the beer description.
I only have one question. Is smoothie style sour in the genres of
Well, they didn't add any new styles, so if it wasn't before, it's still not now. Some of the categories that got clarification, basically they broke out the IPAs into more descriptor and descriptive classifications.
like cold?
Cold IPA, warm IPA, hot IPA. No, here's
Room temperature.
Boiling IPA.
Yeah, boiling IPA, yeah. Frozen IPA. No, the list is experimental IPA, session beer, session IPA, standardized verbiage on juicy or hazy styles, traditional Belgian style Goza, Bohemian style Pilsner, American lager, American style IPL, specialty beer, and chili beer. Huh.
Ew.
It's weird that they have that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. A few examples of significant updates include adding several hybrid India Pale Ale styles to the experimental IPA category, modernizing session beer and session IPA to adjust the lower end of ABV all the way down to 0.5%,
Wow.
because brewer interest in lower ABV beers has increased rapidly over the past couple of years, and standardizing language on juicy or hazy styles based on brewer and judge feedback, and adding verbiage about hop burn.
Well, yeah. Untitled Art just came out with a non-alcoholic double IPA. I don't know if
How
you've
could-
seen that.
No, but isn't the whole thing that makes it a double the fucking alcohol?
Greg, I'm telling you, shit's crazy nowadays.
I think it's just a name.
Have you tried it?
I have not. I've only seen postings and pictures of it. I don't allow myself to buy anything that doesn't have alcohol in it when I'm
It's
buying
just
beer.
a waste of carbs.
Because it's a waste of money.
That too.
you
Sorry,
know?
what were you gonna
it,
say?
it doesn't work in the algorithm.
I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, well.
It's just a name.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could brew anything without alcohol and call it a double or a triple. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
that's
Yeah. I mean, like double IPAs, they have more malts to bump up the ABV. They have more hop in them to balance things out. So it was like an extra malty, extra bitter, non-alcoholic.
sounds like trash.
Yeah. Untitled Art, I like you guys so much. Don't pull this shit on us.
Yeah.
Scott will drop you in a heartbeat.
From all the they stopped doing regular sours and they just started doing smoothie seltzers. So I haven't really, no. I mean, they're local to Wisconsin, which sucks.
Yeah.
But I stopped buying from them.
That's stupid. I just had a really good, very complex named IPA from them last week. It was named Hazy IPA. It's double
Yeah,
IPA,
those are
but,
rad. Those
It
are
was
rad.
so good. And Untitled Art, don't fuck with our emotions.
Well, they did just collab with Toppling Goliath, so I'm hoping that redeems them.
One of
a
your
little bit.
faves.
Oh, I love 'em.
Pseudo, right?
Yeah.
Isn't
Got
that
the hat
pseudo
on right
Sue?
now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
but yeah. Actually,
Well-
used my own money to buy a hat.
Wow. To everyone at home, he's wearing a Toppling Goliath hat and nothing else. Yeah. It's a little
We threw
distracting.
Gotta
all
give
of
it
our
away.
beads. All
Can't
of our
leave
beads.
anything
All
to
the
the
beads.
imagination, Greg.
No, if only these people could see what we were seeing. Modern Times is seeking a sale or investor in wake of all their taproom closures and layoffs. So hard times at Modern Times.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer brewery.
Thank you. Glad I'm not the only one.
Just a side note, I've seen people posting about them, like, hey, you got to check them out. And I'm just thinking to myself, have you not heard of anything that's been going on from
Yeah.
now to the past 2 years?
Yeah, them and McKellar, both of them.
Yeah. Shocking.
Flex, you and I have in terms of Graham friends, have a close friend who was getting the McKellar hookups for a while
Yep.
and was still posting them. Not anymore. I haven't seen him in a long time, but like after the news came out, like posted one or two more. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to comment on this.
Yeah, it's rough, It's rough.
Yeah.
Let me just say that.
Exactly.
Well, Well, their DTLA location closed a long time ago, and now
we were
Modern
there like
Times
the
did.
week before it closed.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
That's when we got COVID.
That was the weekend we got COVID, 2020. Yeah. We were in downtown LA for a Kings game, and we went to McKellar, and then the next week they just suddenly closed.
We went to McKellar and we went to Modern Times.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We shared a bunch of beers, and Nick was patient zero, and he got us all sick with COVID.
But also, we went to McKellar and Modern Times like within, half an hour of each other. What's wrong with that?
If that's not foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Maybe it's our fault they shut down.
Yeah, because it couldn't have happened to nicer people, like I said.
So, Three's Brewing's CEO, we talked about this a couple weeks ago when Nick was on the show. He's the one that was tweeting out how vaccine mandates are like Nazi Germany. He has finally stepped down from his role as CEO of Three's Brewing.
No.
And,
couldn't have happened to a nicer person.
Right. He went on to say something like, I wanted to be able to speak my mind freely, so I left the position so that I wouldn't affect anyone else's jobs. It's like, how about you realize that this is not like exterminating an entire race of people?
Yeah.
Well, look, I follow someone on Instagram, and she is a government teacher. Mm-hmm. And she said the only thing that should ever be compared to a genocide is another genocide.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm pro that statement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just never understand when anybody wants to compare anything to that. It just doesn't, especially when you're in in a high position like this gentleman is. You're an owner of a brewery. Why would that even cross your mind?
And the thing I preach over and over again, no matter what your beliefs are, there is no better way to alienate at least half of your potential clientele than to tweet how you feel about politics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Go tell your wife.
Yeah, or your friends, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay off the Twitter. Stop tweeting that shit.
Yeah, fucking keyboard warrior over here. In a turn of events for the better, Rogue Brewing has released Fuck Putin.
What?
With all proceeds going to support Ukraine.
Good for them.
Yeah, so if you want to drink for a good cause, look out for Fuck Putin from Rogue.
Can we find that?
Well, in Lakefront, I sent you the article about Lakefront Brewery in Milwaukee here. They collabed with Pravda a couple times.
Yes.
In the Ukraine.
Who's in Ukraine.
And they had the Putin is a dick beer.
Yeah.
So then Lakefront got the labels and started putting the labels on their crawlers. And they were selling the crawlers, which were originally $5 to $10. So then the $5 was for the beer. And then $5 would go to the Ukraine. And then Lakefront would also match another $5 to every crawler that was sold. And they actually ran out of labels the first weekend that they did it. And they were getting more labels in about a week, they said. And I assume they're going to sell it again. So
that's awesome.
That is really awesome. Good people.
It's just great. People coming together, countries coming together, who obviously know the right things that are, should happen. And it's just great that even beer companies can get together like that. It's great stuff.
And fuck Putin. Yes.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah. This is sure to piss Flex off. I mean, should piss everybody off here.
I love getting pissed off.
And I love when you get pissed off. And as Stone Cold always says, it's better be pissed off than pissed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad news for everybody outside of Florida. Hard Mountain Dew is being released in 24-ounce cans. Hard Mountain Dew finally hitting the shelves. And surprisingly, you can only find it in 3 states, Tennessee, Iowa, and Florida. It's a very Florida beverage.
I'm super shocked.
I mean, in Iowa, there's nothing out there but corn and soy.
And Mountain Dew, apparently.
And Hard Mountain
Hard
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
They got to do something,
I'm just glad Wisconsin isn't on that list.
Just give it time. They'll move there.
I'll bet you it happens in California before it hits Wisconsin.
Hey,
God,
bite your tongue.
I don't see anybody drinking Mountain Dew anymore.
Okay, so there's a guy at my work. And, I mean, I guess...
Is he good looking, just so everybody can know?
No, he's not. And I know he doesn't listen to this because he's a Mormon and he doesn't drink alcohol, so this would not be up his alley.
What a lame-o.
And but here's the thing. I don't think they're supposed to drink caffeine, but
no, they're not.
They're not.
He fucking rages on Diet Mountain Dew. It's like his favorite drink.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Diet Mountain Dew.
It's not good, yes.
So I'm in, like, I have to buy all the snacks and shit for the whole company from, like, Costco. So I'm, like, very limited, and my boss wanted, my
From
old boss,
the
before he sold the
Costco.
company, he, was get, like, cheap snacks and stuff and sodas and sparkling water, whatever. And we did, like, a survey about the snacks. Like, I actually care, but our HR department did a survey about it.
I can't believe there was a survey for snacks.
Yeah, it was like, do you like it? Are you neutral? Do you don't like it? Right? And I get the results. And of course, he was like, how about Diet Mountain Dew?
Okay.
And I'm like, so you can buy your own 12-pack. You're the only one that's going to drink that shit.
Yeah, you want to piss radiation? Buy your own.
You're pompous.
Yeah. That's
It
disgusting.
pissed me off really bad.
Yeah. You should just piss in a glass and said, I got you a fresh cup of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, caffeine free.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Just drop it and walk away. Enjoy.
So a way to lose my job. But
Yeah.
who knows? It might be worth it someday.
If you're gonna lose your job, I would lose your job pissing and passing it off as Mountain Dew.
It's a pretty badass way to go out.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should do it that way.
Throw some ice in it, you're good.
I'll send a sympathy card as well. And sorry for your loss. It's me. I'm leaving.
Fuckers.
Peace.
Give him the old half-baked.
Mhm.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool.
You're cool.
Fuck you. I'm out.
Yep.
Flex, you remember Troy Aikman's super creatively named beer 8?
That's the most creative beer name I've ever heard. How could I forget, Greg?
Right.
Come on.
You were super on board for it. That's what I remember.
What number was he again?
Like 6 or something? I don't know.
It was 16.
Oh, that's what it was. You're
8
right.
twice.
Yeah. Apparently, he hooked Matthew McConaughey up with a case of beverages because Matt McCon decided to hit the socials with a video. Here's Matthew McConaughey drinking 8.
That's gonna work. That's gonna work. Especially in the summertime, which is coming time. Thank you, Troy. That's damn good beer.
Did he just say summertime is coming time?
I believe he did. If that's not a good beer
This just
endorsement.
got turned into an X-rated podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, in a few months, yeah.
Good
Summertime
Lord.
is coming time.
I wish he would have just taken a sip and went, all right, all right, all right.
Seriously, that would have been way less awkward.
Right.
I think I'm blushing from listening to that.
It would have been better if he just pounded his chest and started talking about jerking off at least 3 times a day or whatever.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was.
Mm.
Thanks, Matt McCon, for making things super awkward.
Never watching another one of his movies again.
Not knowing that summertime is coming time.
Ooh wee.
Summertime is coming time.
I will buy a beer to the first one of you two that goes to their spouse and just says, hey, summertime is coming time.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
tell Nick tonight. I'll whisper it in his
All right,
ear.
he's got to
That's
be
no
awake,
fair because
though.
he'll love it. That's no fair.
Of course he will.
He's got to be awake.
He's never home. He'll love it. He will totally love it.
Maybe like send him a voice text while he's at work. Just be like, hey, summertime is coming time.
He'll
See what he does.
Oh, I guarantee I'll get a dirty response.
Eggplant emoji.
Yeah, something.
Send nudes.
Like I'd hit it. That's what he likes. When I wore my pink wig in
What
Vegas,
a sweetheart.
he said something with pink wig is weird, and I'm like, you like it, or I said, you know, it's fire, and he's like, I'd still hit it. That's love.
He's a man of honor.
Mm-hmm.
Classy individual.
Speaking
some of us like
Pornography. Greg's turtles, I
Yeah.
think, are
I think they're
ooh,
fucking.
yeah.
I fed them today. Whenever they eat, they always get horny.
Summertime's coming time for
Yeah.
these turtles.
I just learned now that you have turtles.
Oh yeah, I got turtles.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, cut that part of the show.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm going to do one more because it's going to piss Flex off, and I'm in that kind of mood. Molson Coors has Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Well, now they're going to be coming out with mimosa variety of Vizzy Hard Seltzer so they can break into that brunch world.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, because let me tell you, it's so hard to pour the juice into your champagne. I need it pre-mixed for me. Thanks, Molson Coors.
Can I really just complain about the whole seltzer idea? Right?
Yes,
So
yes, you can.
Bud Light has just come out with anything and everything they can think of, right?
I saw sour ones.
Yeah, right. So there's any holiday that comes around, they're like, boom, Thanksgiving pack, boom, Christmas pack, boom, retro tie-dye pack, which means fucking what? What does tie-dye have to do with flavors in seltzers, right? And then boom, sour pack? What? For what? Because sour beers are now a thing, so now you got to come out with a sour flavored seltzer? Grinds my goddamn gears. And now we're coming in with some goddamn mimosa Vizzy seltzers. Guarantee they got antioxidants, right?
Yeah, after Vizzies, they probably do.
And like vitamin C or something.
Yeah,
bullshit.
something like that.
It's all bullshit. Stop drinking seltzers, everybody.
I know. I'm sorry. I had a couple at the open. I went to the waste management open where it's actually like wasted management open.
Hey,
the
that's
golf
cool.
tournament.
I like that.
It was cool because everyone's loud and they heckle and they're very rude to the golfers. It's hilarious. It's a good time. We were there all day long, so I was trying to drink light, and I had a couple of Vizzies.
Yeah.
And I think I posted a picture and was like health, HELTH, because vitamin C, you know?
Yep.
It was like COVID Centrals in Arizona, and I was like health. I vitamin C, I'm safe from the Rona.
You are safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's required that you get Rona while you're in Arizona. But you had just had it, so you were like protected.
I feel like I was, yeah.
It was your level of, it was your shield.
That's how I felt at the concert.
You could just have it. So you were good to go. You were good to emo out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cried my eyes out. Summertime is emo coming time. No, that doesn't.
Nope, doesn't work. I'm going to hit some music. And I'm also going to say hi, Vanessa.
Hello,
Hi, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Vanessa, come on out to the live show on Thursday, 14 Cannons, 7 p.m.
I knew the last plug wasn't going to be the last plug.
Never is. Even got Chew Your Beer to throw in a plug. So
Insane.
Yeah. Thanks for that. I owe him $20 now. Find Flex on the grams at FlexMeABeer _ in between. Ice Cold Beer on the gram _ after each one. You guys and your underscores. And also find her on the Boozecast, the best part. And if it ever gets released, you recently hosted one.
I did.
Girl Scout cookies, right?
Yes. I did a pairing. I brought all of the beers and brought the cookies. And
I was excited to hear it, but now we're way past Girl Scout season, so.
Again, not my fault.
It makes up for the long lost
Talk to my
episode.
Producer.
Yeah, I'll get a call right in there. Find us at Craft Beer Republic and craftbeerrepublic.com. Leave us a voicemail, 805-538-BEER. You can also text that number. Drunk text us. It'd be great. I think that's everything. Mail at Craft Beer Republic. That's the last thing. Come see us on Thursday. Hope everyone out there stays very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.